Hi, I'm here to do another crew review for you guys today. What do we got? We got the Rocket Evoluzione. Hi, it's Gail from Seattle Coffee Gear, and this is the heat exchanger plum or tank model. That's what makes this one a little bit different, and you'll see it's a little bit higher off the ground because of the hose that comes out to plumb it if you choose to plumb it. It comes out of the bottom. Let's go over the stats on this machine. It has a copper boiler, brass ends in it, and it is 1.8 liter. It also has a water tank back here. Even though you can plumb it in, you still have a water tank. And this is 98 ounces of water. While I've got this out, I want to show you, right back here is the switch where you can flip from plumb in or water tank. That's how you switch it. That's what you want to use if you're going to actually plumb this machine in. So for you guys that are about to remodel your kitchen but you're not there yet, use it on the tank, and then when you get to that point of remodeling, you can actually flip it over to plumb directly in. Also on this machine, and it talks about it in the owner's manual, there's a valve down here to adjust the pressure of your line pressure that's coming in from your house to make sure that it's not too much or too little. What else comes in this machine? Let's go over some of the accessories over here. It comes with a nice manual. And you know what I noticed in the manual? English. Or if you speak Italian, there you go. It's broken into two sections, kind of nice. And it is a well-written, nicely, it's just a nicely done, all the videos or the photographs, everything, very nicely done. I like it. Comes with a double spout or a single spout. We have reversed the baskets. This is the single basket and this is the double. We got the double going with the single spout just to show you can use either, it doesn't matter. Also comes with a scoop and a brew head brush and a nice video, micro cloth for keeping it nice and clean, and a video that goes over some of the techniques of how to get started with that machine of yours that you've just purchased. And of course, if you have any more questions beyond what you can cover in the video, that's covered in the video, call us up. We're always here to help you. It comes with 2 gauges. This is what's going on inside the boiler, and it should be between 1 and 1.5 bars. You don't want it above that. Also, this is what's going on at the brew head. When you brew, it will pop up, if the grind is right, it's back pressure up in here. It will pop up to about 10 and back off to about 9, 9.5 if your grind is right. The other thing you want to do is time it. You're looking for 2 ounces to come out 22, and I'm going to up it to 35 to 40 seconds. We are finding with some of the coffees we're getting lately that the shots taste better running a little bit longer, like 35 seconds we're finding. So, you know, not per se on this, but we've had a lot of blends lately. We've been messing around with it. Tastes better, a little bit longer. What else has this got? Since you can plumb it in, you can also, it has a hose that will go on here, and there's a spout, and it goes directly to your drain underneath your sink or a bucket or whatever you want to put it into. And you can reverse this so the hose comes off one side or the other. And also on the bottom in the drip tray, right there, that is where you would attach, that's going to drip, a hose right there. So that's what that's for. Well, you attach the hose down here. All you do is take the plug out here, and there's a hole, and it allows any drippage to go down into that little tray and then go down the hose, which is kind of nice. This machine comes in the Giotto, which is the curved size, or it comes in the Cellini with the straight sides. What's the difference? Aesthetics only. That's it. It's just a looks thing. It also comes with the smoke acrylic cup surround. You can also get the metal cup surround to go on this, and that's a nice feature that you can up the game a little bit on your machine, make it look a little bit different than the factory. Pimp your ride, right? Pimp your ride. Hot water spout right here, and also a steam arm over here with the 2-hole tip and anti-burn. Now, that's not to say they aren't going to get, especially as you go further down, it's going to get hot. But if you touch it up and through here, it'll be warm. So, just be careful regardless. Hot water spigot right here. I'll put a little hot water down in here just to show you. If you want steam or steam, if you want hot water for tea or something like that, hear that? That's autofill. When I take water out of the boiler, at a certain point, the machine says, hey, the boiler's getting low on water. It automatically kicks in the pump and takes water from the water reservoir and puts it into the boiler so that you've always got a supply of hot water in there. This is a heat exchanger, so when you're making your drink, make sure that you do like a 7-second purge or so. Why do you do that? It's a heat exchanger. The water in the heat exchanger is always up to the steam temperature, which is way too hot for brewing. It's not between that 195 and 204. It's going to be much higher. The feed tube that goes from the water reservoir to the brew head goes through that water and collects heat. And by the time it gets up here, it's at the right temperature. If that feed tube has been sitting for 5 minutes or more in that water, it's way too hot. It's at steam temperature. So do a purge. Moves water through there, takes it to the temperature you want it to be at. And what else we got going on here? The E61 brew head. I'm sure you're familiar with it, but I'm going to revisit it again. It has hot water siphoning through it all the time from the boiler, making sure that the brew head is at the right temperature. And when you make your shot, the brew head, if it was cold, would be siphoning heat off of that shot, making it taste kind of nasty. It'd be too cold. 3-way solenoid valve right here that when you brew your shot, and watch this. When you release it, you're going to get a little bit out of there. If there's coffee in there, it would be even more because there's more, see, there's more pressure. So that takes the excess moisture and pressure off of the brew head down there instead of having a soupy puck like other machines have, which is fine. It's just as you go up in price, you're going to get these features. That's what you get. So I have this in hand. I say, let's brew us a shot, make a coffee. What do you think? You're with me? Good. Here's my milk. I know I have some milk here somewhere. Where'd it go? Oh, must be in the fridge. Hang tight with me. Right here. Somebody's watching out for me, keeping my milk cold. That's what I want. I brought up the tamp station because we're using the single spout. This tamp station is really designed for either spout, but it is almost mandatory for the single spout. You cannot put this on the counter and tamp it. That's what this is for, the tamp station. It supports, it cradles the bottom of the portafilter here. It has nothing to do with the spout and lets you get a good tamp. Brewing and steaming at the same time. Now I've already purged that because I did it for you. We want to purge this also to get any kind of condensation out of there. I think I must have tamped that just a little bit harder. Or maybe not. Make sure you wipe this off every time. If you don't, the hot milk will siphon back up into the steam arm, into the boiler, and you will have a very nasty situation. So see, even if you had a small cup here, you could dispense down into a single cup and still hit the cup. With the double spouts, you're always worried whether it's going to make it or not into a small cup. All right, da-da-da-da. What is it? It's a tulip coming up in the spring. Just saying. Not sure if it's a tulip or what the heck it is, but it looks like something that just came up in the spring. Let's see what it tastes like if I don't try not to spill it. That milk is nice and creamy. Very nice. I like it. And for those of you that can plumb in a machine, this is the one I would talk about. And if you want to have a machine that not only can you plumb it in, but you can change the temperature on with a PID, look at the R60V or the R58, one of those two machines, and they are plumb and tank as well. This one is plumb and tank, but it does not have the PID. Intermediate between the Premium Plus and the R58, the Rocket Giotto Evoluzione. Comments down below, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next Rocket review.